Hi guys, it's Stock Curry, and before we get into today's video, I just want to answer a couple of concerns that you guys have brought up in the comments. First of all, regarding the YouTubers that I follow, the top 15 YouTubers, if you want to know who I follow, you can go to my channel page and then click on channels to see who I'm subscribed to. Now, as I discuss a stock, if you want more information, I highly encourage you to go watch the full video that the YouTuber I mentioned did on that stock. On this channel, I condense a 10 or 15 minute video down to just 30 seconds. So there's a lot of information that YouTubers mention that I just don't have time to talk about. So if a stock piques your interest, I highly encourage you to go watch the full video that the YouTuber did on it. And it's very easy to find their video. All you have to do is go to the YouTube search, should be right up there above my head. Now, if you're on the YouTube app, you might have to press the back button first. And type in the name of the YouTuber followed by the ticker symbol. For example, if you want to find more information on what Richard Allen said about BFT, you would type in Richard Allen BFT and his video will pop up. Also, as I discussed today's stock picks, all of the tickers are located in the description so that you can follow along. I know it's hard for you guys to see the symbols. I would love to get the symbols up there as I'm talking about them, but right now I'm working 18-hour days and unfortunately I just don't have time to add the ticker symbols yet. But hopefully one day we'll get there. For now, you can follow along in the description so you know what the ticker symbols are. All right. For those of you guys who are new to this channel, you don't know who I am, my name is Stock Curry. I used to work as an analyst for Merrill Lynch and Morgan Stanley, and now I analyze stock picks from the top 15 YouTubers. I then compile all of my analysis into a daily video that I post right here on this channel. I spend hours every day watching YouTube videos so that you don't have to. All you have to do is watch this one video each day and you will get every single stock pick from the top 15 YouTubers. And all I ask in return is that you hit that like button and subscribe to get notified when I release my next video. In fact, I'll give you 5 seconds to do that right now. All right, before we get into today's stock picks, I just want to remind everyone that I'm not a financial advisor and none of the YouTubers I analyze are financial advisors either. This video is purely for entertainment purposes only. And for those of you who are wondering, you are looking at the Webull desktop app right now. I use Webull for trading and I also use Webull in all of my videos. Okay, let's get into today's stock picks. First up is AAPL. This is Apple. Ken and Grace let us know that Apple is expecting to have their first $100 billion quarter ever. Earnings is on January 27th. Ken and Grace recommends buying the hype and selling the news. He expects a run-up on Apple going into earnings. Next up is ACTC. This is an EV SPAC that is merging with Proterra. Proterra is an EV company that makes power drive chains for EV buses and also full buses. Their technology is already used in over 1,000 buses. They have a pay-as-you-go battery and charging plan similar to what NIO has, which provides residual income. Tech Conversation says he is planning to buy ACTC soon, but is still waiting for more of a pullback. The merger isn't expected to close until the first half of 2021, but there are some rumors that the merger will be completed as soon as Q1 of this year. Next up is ALT. Smart Trader says this is a massive cup and handle pattern. But you have to look at the weekly chart just right to see it. Now personally, I think Smart Trader is stretching to see the pattern here, but he's a far better technical analyst than I am, so let's just roll with his analysis. The top of the cup is just above $35. MACD is also turning bullish. 3 days ago, it broke out of a descending wedge pattern, which is bullish. It also completed a 3-bar play on Friday, which is bullish. So if you put all of that together, this stock could double. Now notice that it won't double until June or July. That said, there are options available on ALT. So if you want to buy a call option, I think that's actually a good play. Just keep in mind that options are very risky and you could easily lose your entire investment. This is especially true if any bad news comes out about ALT over the next 6 months while we're waiting for this pattern to complete. Next up is AMC. This is AMC Movie Theaters. Smart Trader showed us that technically AMC is moving up and creating higher lows. There has also been a massive volume spike in the last 5 days. AMC also has huge short float. Smart Trader sees AMC going to $5 and possibly $7 if a short squeeze takes place. Next up is APXT. This is a SPAC and they are merging with AvePoint, which is a data management company that is specifically focused on the Microsoft Cloud. CRIS said that as the merger gets closer come February, he expects APXT to take off. CRIS does have a $60 price target on APXT. Next up is AQMS. This is Aqua Metals. They are a lead recycling company. Richard Allen remains the only YouTuber I follow who has mentioned this stock. Keep in mind that Richard Allen was also the first YouTuber to mention BFT. Richard Allen also has a good track record with his stock picks, which is why I included him in the top 15 YouTubers. So I do recommend you watch Richard Allen's full video he did today on AQMS. This stock is up 58% in the last 4 weeks. And now there's a catalyst coming up on Wednesday, where Aqua Metals is giving a webcast investor presentation. What's new is that they are going to be talking about licensing opportunities, which will provide AQMS with a lot of additional revenue. As a result, Richard Allen thinks AQMS could go up 400 to 500%. Next up is ATOS. This is ATOS Therapeutics. They're a pharmaceutical company. My financial friend initiated coverage on ATOS today after a lot of people asked him to cover it. One mainstream analyst is covering it, and they rated it a buy with a price target of $5. They have 2 drugs in phase 1 and 1 drug in phase 2. ATOS has been doing a lot of stock offerings, which has put a lot of downward pressure on the stock. That said, it looks like they've raised enough cash from their stock offerings to operate for the next 4 to 5 years. As with most pharmaceutical plays, this is a high-risk, high-reward play. My financial friend did say that he is not going to buy ATOS. He is covering too many penny stocks right now and has made the decision to buy other penny stocks. Next up is AUPH. This is Arenia, I probably screwed that up, Pharmaceuticals. They're a pharmaceutical company. They just received FDA approval for one of their drugs on Friday. Now, we didn't see a pop in price because the stock was suspended for news pending. So I do expect to see a big pop on the stock on Monday in the pre-market. Of course, if you don't have access to pre-market trading, then you're not going to be able to take advantage. So I do recommend that you open an account with Webull so that you can trade pre-market. And for a few more days, Webull is giving you 4 free stocks worth up to $3,700 when you open an account using my link in the description below and fund it with $100. But that offer is only good for a few more days. So if you've been waiting or thinking about it, time is running out. So click on my link in the description and open your account and fund it with $100 by the end of this week, so that you don't miss out on the 4 free stock promotion. Next up is BIOL. This is BIOLACE, and they're a dental medical device manufacturer. They make dental lasers for cosmetic, restorative, and surgical applications. I covered BIOL extensively in my top stock picks for Friday, January 22nd video, so be sure to watch that for more details. Jack Spencer said that the stock split they were planning to do was not approved by shareholders. This is good news because it shows confidence among shareholders that BIOL will stay above $1 share and won't need to do a reverse stock split to remain NASDAQ listed. Jack Spencer was planning to swing trade BIOL, but now plans to hold long term. Next up is BNGO. This is Bionanogenomics. They're a genomic structural variants testing machine manufacturer. CRIS said this could rise to $15 within the next 1 to 2 weeks. Richard Allen let us know that an analyst just upgraded his price target to BNGO to $14. The analyst's prior price target was only $2, so that is a huge upgrade. Richard Allen also let us know that this is no longer a swing trade for him and is now a long-term hold. BNGO is also presenting at a genomics conference on Tuesday, so that could be another upside catalyst for this stock. My financial friend said he thinks BNGO could double in price by next year. Ken and Grace also let us know about a rumor that BNGO wants to open their own CLIA certified lab in San Diego so that they can accept human tissues for testing. That would open up another revenue stream for BNGO to start doing clinical diagnostic testing. All of that said, based upon BNGO's continued rise up and multiple upcoming catalysts, I am increasing my buy-under price on BNGO to $10 and my ideal buy-in price to $9.50. Next up is CBAT. This is CBAC Energy Technology. They produce a lithium ion phosphate battery, which is the same battery technology that NIO is using. Smart Trader also noticed that Apple was considering using a lithium ion phosphate battery in their EV. Technically, on Friday, we saw an increase in volume, and more people are starting to talk about CBAT. We also had a 3-bar pattern complete on Friday, which usually means Monday will be a green day. If Monday consolidates instead of going up, then Smart Trader thinks CBAT will go up on Tuesday. So Smart Trader thinks CBAT is going to $10 soon and eventually to $12. He said any price under $8.80 is a good price to buy in, but warned not to chase if it goes above $8.80. Next up is CCIV. This is a SPAC rumored to be merging with Lucid Motors. Lucid Motors is an American EV company and a competitor to Tesla. Jack Spencer reminded everyone that the risk of buying CCIV right now on nothing but rumors is far riskier than it was when the rumor was first announced and CCIV was trading at $12 and $13. There is a lot more downside potential right now. So hold if you already bought shares, but opening a new position is very risky until after the merger is confirmed. Stockmo also said that the risk of getting in now is much higher than it was when the price was much lower. Jack Spencer also let us know that Lucid Motors added another store in South Florida, which means they are growing, which is good news. Stockmo also said Lucid Motors is already looking into international expansion. Also, if you were concerned that CCIV might be interested in DirecTV still, the company that they were trying to take public last year, Jack Spencer and the Traveling Trader let us know about an article that came out saying that AT&T is now in talks to sell DirecTV to TGP, which means CCIV is out of the picture when it comes to DirecTV. Stockmo also said the fact that nobody has denied that CCIV and Lucid Motors are in talks is a good sign that the rumors are true. Stockmo said that if the merger is confirmed, he expects CCIV to jump between $35 and $40 a share. The Traveling Trader said this could go up like QS did pre-merger. QS jumped to $134 when it was a SPAC, and QS is only an EV battery company. Lucid Motors is an actual EV company. Finally, regarding a possible announcement, Stockmo said he expects an announcement sometime by the end of next weekend, but wouldn't be surprised if we get an announcement early this week. Tech Conversation said there is something called Merger Monday. That is the history of companies working all weekend to finalize details of a merger and then announcing the merger on Monday. An LA Times article came out on Friday mentioning that the deal is near completion, which led to an increased rumors that the merger may in fact be announced as early as Monday. Next up is CLNE. This is Clean Energy Fuels. Chris Sain gave an update on this stock today. He likes it at the current price, but he would prefer to buy this under $10. Chris Sain reminded everyone to be patient and to buy low and sell high. Next up is CRIS. This is CRIS. Chris Sain has been watching the stock for a long time. It's not quite time to buy in yet, but it's getting close. Next up is DIS. This is one of my financial friend's favorite stocks. It's Disney. He's been buying a little bit every week or so since it was at $90. He thinks DIS could get as high as $300 or $400 if their parks open up and their streaming continues to grow. Next up is EXPR. This is Express, the clothing retailer. The Traveling Trader explained how he found EXPR last week before it shot up. He found EXPR by searching for relative volume over 5 on FinViz. I have a link to FinViz in the description so that you can find your own stocks. On January 14th, the Traveling Trader found EXPR in the top 5 on the stock screener. He then looked at the chart and found it was turning bullish. He then found out that they had news that they just secured new financing. Putting all of that together, he bought the stock. So if you see volume picking up on a stock, the technicals on the stock turning bullish, and financials that don't trouble you, and you can connect the increase in volume and change to bullishness on the chart to some kind of news catalyst, those are the stocks you want to buy. Next up is FAII. This is a SPAC. They have no merger target yet, but since it's trading at less than $12 a share, my financial friend likes it because of its limited downside. My financial friend does own FAII. Next up is FUBO. This is FUBO TV. Smart Trader likes FUBO as a possible short squeeze play. It has high short interest and the chart is trending upward. Smart Trader thinks that if it gets above $40, this stock has an opportunity to get back to all-time highs. But that is if it breaks $40. $40 is a strong level of resistance for FUBO. Also, we can see on the chart what happened last time FUBO had a short squeeze. So there's a lot of upside potential. Next up is GNOG. This is Golden Nugget Online Gaming. Chris Sain recommended buying GNOG on Monday because it has a history of running up and it is currently under our buy under price of $21. Next up is IDEX. This is Ideonomics. Chris Sain bought this earlier, but he said it is becoming a long-term play. Next up is LI. This is Li Motors, their Chinese EV company. StockMo was surprised to see LI go down on Friday while every other stock was up. Next up is NIO. This is NIO, their Chinese EV manufacturer. StockMo said he has been waiting for a nice pop like we had Friday. He does expect NIO to jump above $62 next week and continue to go up. Ken and Grace let us know that nearly 20 large institutions bought NIO for the first time on Thursday and Friday. That shows great confidence from large institutional investors. And Ken and Grace recommends looking at what large institutional investors are doing to decide what you should do. Personally, since I can see that NIO has already rebounded and started to go back up, I think now is the right time to buy NIO if you haven't already. I'm not going to set a price target because this is a long-term trade. And what price you buy in at doesn't matter that much in the long term. Next up is NNDM. This is Nano Dimension. They are a 3D computer chip printer manufacturer. Chris Sain said this is no longer a penny stock and is now a long-term play. He said he expects short-term volatility though and would prefer to buy NNDM under $13. That said, because Chris Sain expects short-term volatility, he also said buying a put option is something he's considering, although it looks like buying a put option on GME might be a better play. Next up is OEG. This is Orbital Energy, and they're a solar panel company. Tech Conversations gave an update today. He said OEG has plenty of cash going into 2021 after the recent stock offering, and he recommended putting OEG on your watch list. Jack Spencer said that OEG raising cash is exactly what they needed to do. Jack Spencer did not buy OEG, but says he should have. Next up is PCAR. This is Packer, and they're a Fortune 500 company. They manufacture trucks under brands such as Kenworth and Peterbilt. Tech Conversations let us know that ARK Invest just added this stock to the ARKK ETF. What's interesting though is their recent news and the future of the company. They are a leader in autonomous vehicles and they make EV semis also. So this is a growth stock and also a dividend stock. Next up is PLTR. This is Palantir. They're a data analytics company. This stock was in consolidation for a long time, but they have demo day coming up on Tuesday, and it looks like people are starting to buy PLTR in anticipation of something big, which can be seen in the fact that PLTR was up 25% on Friday. Palantir is a very secretive company, and they are going to be demoing their products to the public for the first time ever on Tuesday. Both ZipTrader and Jack Spencer gave a lot of great thoughts and insight into what all of this means, so I do recommend watching their videos if you want more information about this stock. Next up is SPE. This is a SPAC and they're merging with ChargePoint. StockMo likes this stock because with the increase in EVs on the road, we're going to need a lot more charging stations, especially 240 volt at-home charging stations, and ChargePoint already has 73% of the 240 volt charging station market. Next up is SENS. This is Senseonics and they're a pharmaceutical company. This company has already done a share offering, so it's in a better financial situation than it was a few weeks ago. If they can continue to grow revenues and get new contracts, this stock can continue to go up. My financial friend said he thinks this could double by next year, but this is a very high-risk stock. Next up is SI. This is Silvergate Capital Corp, and they're a parent company of Silvergate Bank. Silvergate Bank does commercial banking. Tech Conversations let us know that ARK Invest just added this stock to their ARKW ETF. Next up is SKT. This is Tanger Factory Outlet Centers. Tech Conversations let us know that the stock has a high short interest combined with a chart that is trending upward. Those two factors combined can lead to a short squeeze like we saw in GameStop, ticker symbol GME. If SKT can get above $13.66, which is the current level of resistance, it could go higher, triggering a short squeeze. Smart Trader thinks this is a quick in and out play. His price target is $15. You can buy either the stock or a call option. I also want to let you know that Smart Trader found the stock by looking at highshortinterest.com, and I put a link to that website in the description below so that you can check it out. Next up is SPCE. This is Virgin Galactic, and Smart Trader loves SPCE for a short squeeze. If you look at the highshortinterest.com, you'll see that they are number 2, just behind GameStop, ticker symbol GME. The chart is also great because technically there is a cup and handle that just completed on Thursday, and it did in fact break above resistance on Friday. If this run up can continue and the price can get above $36, SPCE should go up a lot. Now the issue here is that options are very expensive on SPCE. So Smart Trader recommends doing a day trade on SPCE instead of a swing trade if you want to play the options. Next up is TELL. This is Telluride, and they're a natural gas company. Tech Conversations let us know about this company, and analysts recently gave TELL a $5 price target. A lot of energy stocks have been beat down due to lockdowns, but are now expected to rebound as things reopen. So this is a recovery play. Liquefied natural gas is also considered environmentally friendly, so TELL could benefit with Democrats in office. Chris also recommended buying TELL on Monday, preferably around $3.35. He plans to hold TELL for about 1 to 2 weeks. Next up is TMDI. This is Titan Medical. They're a similar company to TRXC. They develop robotic surgery machines. Jack Spencer said he was planning to swing trade TMDI, but now plans to hold long term. My financial friend said he thinks this could double by next year, but this is a very high risk stock. Next up is TSLA. This is Tesla, and they're an American EV manufacturer. StockMo let us know that a lot of people are saying TSLA will get to between $950 and $1,250 by the end of next year, which he is happy about. StockMo himself said he could see TSLA getting to $1,050 by the end of this year. Next up is TTCF. This is Tattooed Chef, and they're a plant-based foods company and a competitor to Beyond Meat. Their earnings is coming up soon, probably at the beginning of February. My financial friend said that if they are able to increase revenue again this quarter, he thinks TTCF will start trading in the $29 to $30 range. He thinks they have some explosive growth in their future, and this stock could double in price. Next up is USWS. This is US Well Services. They're an oil and gas company. Tech Conversations let us know that they made a number of recent deals to extend their electric frac contracts with a few different companies. That is one of the reasons why the stock price has been rising higher lately. Next up is VYNE. This is Vyne Therapeutics. They're a pharmaceutical company. They already have 2 drugs with FDA approval, and their revenues are growing. Their 3rd drug is currently in phase 2 trials. MCash is impressed with the company's financials mainly due to their large margins. They beat earnings last quarter, and MCash thinks they will beat earnings again this quarter. MCash put a price target on VYNE of $20 by the end of this year. Next up is XPEV. This is XPeng, and they're a Chinese EV manufacturer. StockMo said he did not expect XPEV to jump the way that it did on Friday. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video and got a lot out of it. Comment down below what your favorite stock pick is. And if you want to get some free stock, sign up for Webull through my link in the description below. You've only got a few days left to sign up using my link to get 4 free stocks. That's going to help you out. It also helps the channel out because they're going to give me 1 free stock. And finally, remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you have a lot of success trading today, and I will see you tomorrow.